So there should be commands that have everything that we need that is important.
The battle never ends.
Yeah.
What do we got? 25 scriptures. Replace this. The player deaths.
Keep it between
12
us.
grimoires. 25 missions. 25. Replace the grimoires.
Your contribution to the Darius Milk Foundation
Range,
is
strength,
appreciated.
melee. Yeah, that'll be fine. Limited time acquisitions are Depression Incarnate. Good to know.
Remember to hold your weapon.
As the Omnisire wills.
Man, these are just bad. Why could I never get any good rolls?
Concluded.
Unlucky.
Goodbye.
Holy fucking low intensities, my guy. Alright,
There's a. Can you check and see why Hula is giving me Kentucky channels instead of ours?
yeah, I don't know why or who was giving him Kentucky.
Well, maybe the zip code changed or something. Even the news I'm getting from in the commercials.
Mhm.
A supply stockpile has been identified at Manufactorum HL1736. It is in heretic hands. Our resource levels are reaching critical status. This stockpile could tip the balance. Infiltrate the Manufactorum, secure consignment yard Sigma 57 and await reinforcement.
Okay.
Sentry duty, is it?
I don't know.
Never thought I'd miss those
I
days.
guess make a piece of toast myself.
We all have our part to play in the Omnisire's holy design.
No, I'll make my own food, thank you.
Light this fire with faith.
Employ data interrogators in production Nexus Sigma 57 to access consignment yard.
Fight, steel, die in glory! They toil ardently in the Emperor's name.
I think we have to power cycle our internet for him to get card channels back again. What I just read. Is that right?
Die, gunner! I am your doom!
Focus fire.
forsaken us! The bomber is dead! Praise the beneficent Emperor!
Why did Bubba run up so fast? Stop moving. Don't scare Bubba like that.
The beast is slain!
The body dies.
Come! Let us tend our wounds! Aim for a sweet spot! I shall smite you!
Oh, Pog! I grabbed the other side. Let's go. I was so fucking lucky.
Stop hogging ammo! On this occasion, my zeal exceeded my judgment. My contrition.
Now descend to the production mixers.
Snag! Reload!
Is the whore? What the fuck's going on? I didn't hear shit.
You would do well to copy the ogre and kill us.
Deploy data interrogators to clear access to coolant control.
Is your weapon empty, Slad?
Data interrogation rate acceptable.
Right. Oh. Oh. Burning him. Reloading.
Another sword delivered unto justice.
Process failure. Reapplied. This time, pay more attention. Data flow resuming. No
Alright, thank you, Classy. I'll make sure to take a peek at it. How did you like the videos, though? How did you like how they were formatted and done?
This is our mission, Slad. Remember?
It is done. We stand triumphant.
Enjoyed you, kid. I'm glad you liked that. I do? Oh my god. I gotta go turn that off. Hold on. I didn't realize that was on. That's fair.
Data interrogator requires your attention.
How do I make it so that Nightbot doesn't do that? Thanks, babe.
I'm not Google.
Disable. Okay. I got rid of all the spam protections, so we should be good. Apologies.
Is it never easy? I blame violence.
Your death is not
Yeah,
Guardian.
I just turned them all off. I don't care. Gaping Dragon's little face is just adorable. I love it.
Be martyrs today, after all.
Data interrogation imminent. Data interrogation is... Yes, it is complete.
Eventually, when Truce ends on like the rest of Dark Souls stuff, I have to go look through and see what all he adds. Cause I personally asked him to do that one for the boar. I just thought it would be funny. Alright, Classy, I know you're a monster fucker, but Jesus Christ, man, have some standards. Uh-huh, sure. You spelled ass aesthetically wrong.
Your end is nigh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You
Yeah, I also requested that one. You're hearing multiple cinders? How are you hearing me multiple times? Oh, does Lassie have me open twice?
The beneficent Emperor has guided our hand this day.
Oh, video cinder and stream cinder? Yeah, that would make sense. Don't worry, I'll be quiet in stream so you can watch the rest of the videos.
There is no forgiveness! For the golden throne!
Do not do this alone. Remain as a servant.
Big man slowing us down, he's going so slow.
Beneficent Emperor! They are upon us! Can it move under its own power?
Yes. Try the train full of ordnance to a sector swarming with trigger-happy inheritors. What could go wrong?
Of course, because taking the train would be too easy. Beneficent Emperor, judge this mutant!
Infiltration phase complete. Consignment Yard Sigma 57 can now be secured.
Ammo refill.
First objective, neutralize Skyfire defenses.
Emperor, guide my hand!
Yeehaw!
Forgive me.
Damn, I almost went full. Unlucky. Didn't get all the way.
To the throne with you, bummer!
You can stop right before Anna Orlando. So from what I heard, you struggled really, really hard on the Iron Knight.
Reinforcements inbound. Provide
I think you still have to kill it, right? You kept falling? Kick W. Imagine falling.
objectives complete. Now all you need to do is survive. I'm sure you'll manage that.
Oh, you killed it? Fireballs carried you? Yeah, that sounds about right. Now all you have to do is get through Anna Orlando, which is going to be even funnier than fucking you failing at Sun's Fortress. Yeah, I mean, since you actually don't know Anna Orlando, I'll try and help you the best I can, and I don't care how many attempts it takes you. It's just a really fun place. And it's also the hardest place personally, I believe it, for Dark Souls 1. I'm also a little skewed in what I think is difficult, but it's definitely one of the hardest places to progress through. Yeah, you get to fight the cannibal and the pedo. Oh yeah, you are 100% underleveled. You are where I would expect people who are, like, really good at speedrunning Dark Souls to be at that level. Like, you are, like, on speedrunner level, but you're taking the game so slow that you might as well just go back and farm and level. I might even consider teaching you how to glitch levels in Dark Souls 1. So that way we can just get you some levels so you're like up to level and then go from there. No, if you were a pro Dark Souls streamer, you'd have finished that game within like 4 hours, if that.
Kill the trapper. Good.
What's that? Talk him up. You have pretty eyes, Classy. Yeah, I could teach you the glitches then if you'd like, so that way I can get you a bunch of souls without any issues. All right, I'll send you a link to get a bunch of souls really easy through glitching, so that way you don't have to grind. Or I can send you a cheat table that I made, and you can use it to get yourself as many souls as you want. An appropriate place to be. I have to look at my character, and then I'll divide my character into, like, thirds. Because that's how I basically divide the game, is into thirds. So there's the levels you roughly should be by the time you ring both bells. There's roughly the level you should be by the time that you beat Ornstein and Smaug and get the Lord Vessel. And then there's the levels that you should be before you beat the game. And then I also tack on a couple extra levels depending on where you want to tackle the DLC, if you would like to tackle the DLC. The DLC is incredibly difficult, and it is something that is not everybody's favorite. So, you know, that's entirely up to you if you would like to fight Torius, Calamite, and Manus. Okay. So we need to get you the Lord Vessel first before we can tackle the DLC and everything else. Dude, Artorias is gonna two-shot you. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Stability reaching critical threshold.
Manus is also a dick.
Is alpha a priority. Swift
What do you want to do for dinner, babe?
bionic rods will
Dark Souls 1 is
safeguard
bad.
the
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Try
is.
not to disappoint.
What's your favorite Dark Souls, Sams? Do you like 1, 2, or 3? Dark Souls 2 is the best Dark Souls. Anybody who says otherwise is a fucking Dark Souls 3 fanboy. And they should not be trusted. But everybody says that Dark Souls 2 is bad for no good reason. Honestly, Dark Souls 2 is like the best of the Dark Souls games. Dark Souls 3 is on par with Elden Ring, followed by Dark Souls 2, followed by Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne. If you don't like Bloodborne, it's because you like Dark Souls 3. That makes sense. But I also don't consider Bloodborne, Sekiro, and all those to be a Dark Souls game. They are very much in their own right a different beast in its entirety on how you actually play them and how you progress. So I will never play those in consideration of them just being different, and I would never compare them to another Dark Souls game.
See how it burns!
Tried to level up, but the gameplay made no sense to me. Okay, that's because you like Dark Souls 3. That's why the gameplay doesn't make sense to you. So, the whole point of... You should play Bloodborne PSX, that'd be fun to watch. Isn't that the downgraded version of Bloodborne? It's like the D-grade version or something like that?
A little more courage, Pilgrim. Surely that wound did not need tending.
Did not think. We'll do better next time.
Yeah. Okay, so, the reason that you dislike Bloodborne is very simple. First thing is you like Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne are about, the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. The point of Bloodborne is not to run and only fight the boss. That is incorrect. The whole point of Bloodborne is to be completely aggro and know what you can fight and what you can't fight successfully. So yes, sometimes if you suck at killing certain enemies, the best option is to run. But that can be said about any Dark Souls realistically, except for 2. For 2, you can mash your face against the keyboard until you eventually kill the thing 10 times and it never respawns again. The whole point of Bloodborne is to be hyper-aggressive, hyper-in-your-face, and it's basically like playing a Dex character. So, if you don't enjoy playing Dex characters, you're not going to enjoy playing Bloodborne. Because it's all about just being very quick, very fast, and that's basically what playing a Dex character is like, especially in Dark Souls 3. So, it makes sense that you didn't like it. Whereas in Dark Souls 3, you can have pretty much any playstyle, and all of it is viable. Dark Souls 1, you have the issue of, some classes are incredibly viable, other classes are absolute dog shit. Like Pyromancer. Pyromancer's awful. If you did an Intelligence or Faith build in Dark Souls 1, it was very easy, it was steamrollable. Same with a Strength base. It was very easy. Dex was pretty middle of the road. It could either be really easy or really hard, depending on how you wanted to play it.
Follow the conveyor to the Overseer's office.
The hound is coming!
I guarantee you it's probably some of the weapons that you picked up and used, and you just couldn't understand the best way to play with it. Especially if you are more of an aggressive player, but not a dex aggressive. If you could tell me what kind of character, like if you wanted to be a strength or a dex in Bloodborne, I could definitely guide you to like some of the best options and weapons, what to do with the levels, how to proceed, and you would have a significantly better time. Yeah, the weapons in Bloodborne can look very good at occasions. More often than not, I didn't really care for them. They were just kind of there. But yeah, Classy, if you want to ever adapt, you're going to have to learn early. As the Dark Souls games progress, they get worse in terms of armor. In Dark Souls 1, armor means a lot. In Dark Souls 2, armor means some things. You have to read the descriptions. If you want armor in Dark Souls 3, it is 100% cosmetic. Like, Dark Souls 3 is the biggest affront to progression when it comes to armor. Saw Cleaver is the best. Yeah, Saw Cleaver is the best if you're going dex. If you're going strength, it is not a very good weapon. Grisella's Saw? Yeah, Grisella's Saw is pretty cool.
If we are to die today, it shall be by the Emperor's will.
There's only dex build in Bloodborne. You're not technically wrong. There are, Tombstone Hammer. Eh.
Big ammo pack here.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play Unga Bunga Classy, I can show you the beauty of like every Unga Bunga for every game that is just pure strength stuff. Bows are okay. Bows are really mediocre in all the games. They're okay in Elden Ring. And that's because Elden Ring gives you a lot of freedom and momentum on how you play, compared to the other Dark Souls games where it's very, I don't want to say linear, but it's very close quarters a lot of the time. And wait, when the fuck did this door open? When has this ever been a thing? What the fuck? You're a bottom, Serix. You're a bratty bottom. Yeah, you are. You are 100% a bratty bottom. Tell me why is it when I need to take a train, like to visit an apartment, that France makes a strike and immobilizes the country? Because it's France. To be fair, the UK's doing it right now, too. Anytime the UK does something, France is just like, oh, I want to be a part of the action too. And then just, I don't give a shit. Your face is the worst French accent.
Process failure. Reapply. This time pay more attention.
We did it first, apparently.
First step in our pilgrimage is complete.
I mean, to be fair, everybody around the world is striking for better wages, and I 100% support it because it's bullshit. Companies post-COVID have been, like, expressing that they've made record sale profits, and yet, like, we're barely struggling to fucking get a gallon of milk every month. Right now it's eggs, but, like, milk was also pretty bad, like, throughout COVID. Capitalism needs to die. Yes and no. The problem is, like, if we kill capitalism, we're just gonna all turn into Russia eventually. Where's the sniper? Oh, there it is. All our alternatives to capitalism in Russia, more or less. Problem is that, like, tried and true between all the different types of governments that people have tried, like, capitalism has lasted the longest, and it's been, I don't want to say, like, tried and true, but it's been better. Yeah. Oh, 100%. We're gonna use it in the capitalism. Bruh. I was so close to getting done. Jesus Christ. How come when I click on Classy's name, it just pulls me up to a fucking...
A little more courage, Pilgrim.
Classy's broken. Alright. I tried to click on Classy's Discord message and it just pulled me up into a fucking browser of Discord. Like, what the fuck? I know, right? Like, what the fuck?
Press on into darkness. When you can be trusted to aim the one you have.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It was really weird, but
Big ammo pack. I just marked.
dude, everybody who ever plays Dark Souls 1 hates Playtown. There's nothing good about Playtown. When I first played it, it was on the Xbox 360. So, like, literally, you were lucky to get, like, 10 to 20 frames most of the time. It was pretty unplayable. And then, on top of that, you also had to fight flying enemies. There was, like, different congealments of enemy structure. And, like, 9 times out of 10, if you just wanted to play the game and just have fun, you would take Master Key and go in through the back, because the back is the easiest way to enter and exit through Blighttown. I have never gone down the original way. Like, I tried it my very first time that I played Dark Souls. My very first time. Like, back in, like, 2011 when it released. I immediately, when I got to that point, I quit. And I took the Master Key, and I figured out how to get in through Blighttown the easy way. And that's how I got through Blighttown eventually. But I also... Blighttown pissed me off so much that I didn't play or finish Dark Souls 1 until I beat all of Dark Souls 2. Yeah. Also, Classy, I actually make a dedicated post to you in Dark Souls 2 explaining the differences in basilisks and why some of the eyes look different on some of the basilisks, and what the whole purpose of the eyes are and all that, just for your sake. I'll get back Sam's. The depths aren't bad. Especially when you compare it to Blighttown. But, like, going through the depths straight into Blighttown has always just been awful. Actually factual, Sam. That's okay. The Duke's pet Freya gives me trauma because I hate spiders, and that fucking thing just has 2 heads and can summon little babies and spews a fucking Kamehameha at you. I'm also about, like, my first third of the way through Dark Souls 2. So, like, I might actually start Dark Souls 3 or beat Dark Souls 3 before Classy does beat Dark Souls 1, which will be entertaining because I'm also helping him get through Dark Souls. What? Why are you looking at me like that, Classy? What did I do? I'm just spitting the factual answers, my guy.
Greetings, operative.
380. God, that is nice. It's a Vrax though, which makes me depressed, but that is a good roll for a fucking gun.
Sequence terminated.
Buddy, don't be looking at me like that. I didn't do nothing. Honestly, all of these are just awful, but I still need to do a lot of the missions that I don't like disruptions. I gotta do a lot of raids still, investigation. I'm almost at my 500 mission completes, which is nice. Preacher. I'm almost at my 100 completions for Preacher as well, and then I gotta swap to Psyker, and then finish Psyker up before I continue. You should go get Power Within. Yes and no, depends on your build. See, actually you shouldn't, Classy. So, the problem with being a pyromancer, like an actual pyromancer in Dark Souls 1, is you can't use the Power Within properly. So, when you level up your Pyro Glove, and you use Power Within, it chunks your health faster, but you don't get a bonus for it chunking your health faster. So you still get the 40% damage boost, but you don't get anything that's proper that would help you. Like, like extra bonus damage for having a higher level Power Glove. You're supposed to play Strength in Dark Souls 1, nothing else than naked. Gross.
You'll find some in the control room. They're strictly for emergencies. I reckon this qualifies, don't you?
No. I disagree. You can play whatever you want in most Dark Souls games, but there are definitely some options that are better than others, and ones that are just ones you should never touch.
Try to act like soldiers for a change and stow the witching.
So, like, you could do Giant Daddy build, Dark Souls 1, have 0 issues the entire game. Dude, a pound of sugar-free gummy bears? That is fucking disgusting. Do you realize you just almost, like, told somebody to kill themselves? Like, that is essentially what I heard when you said, eat a pound of sugar-free gummy bears. You just told somebody to go kill themselves, my guy. That is the equivalent of sticking, like, 40 laxatives in a water bottle and giving it to somebody before they go work out. What are you meowing about, bud? there are plenty of weapons that are not strength-based that have good scaling, that are not strength. The weapon that I use later into the game, as well as the Uchi Katana, both have like S ranks on dex scaling. There's a bunch of S scaling fates as well.
Kill that gunner.
You never get to finish Sen's Fortress. I don't blame you. Sen's Fortress sucks.
Medicaid station.
Yeah, the loot and, the loot there also. There's only one good thing to get from Sen's Fortress, and it's kind of unnecessary if you just don't, need to go back through Sen's. And that's because you do Anne Orlando and get the Lord's Vessel, and you can just teleport and not have to go through Sen's anyway. But there's a key that allows you to go from the bottom of Sen's Fortress to the top with very little trouble. The game doesn't tell you to play strength. You can play whatever you want, my guy. It's really easy to, like, plan and guide out, like, what you want, where you want to go, and how you want to do things. What do you mean, no? No, they don't. They tell you how to beat the bosses in the area by giving you items that would be good to do it. But you can play with whatever you want.
The hound is coming. The beast has me. Kill it.
I can promise you can play with whatever you want. We need to reset our internet.
Your death is not yet ordained. Thank you.
I'm gonna be sorry about it. Dark Souls 1 is bad. But your idea that it's bad because you can only go this way, or like if you plan to play an intended path and the weapons that you find along that path are all strength, that's inherently false. You can get many dex weapons very early. You can get the Uchi Katana before you even fight Taurus Demon. And the Uchi is one of the best dex weapons in the game. You could also start off with the Bandit Knife. That's the best bleed weapon in the game. That's also coupled with dex. You can use pretty much anything. everything that is given to you to progress properly. Yeah, no, literally almost all the starter weapons for any class are viable endgame weapons.
Merely fear that which you cannot understand.
There are very few that aren't, but... No, I get what you're saying. Like, if you go pick up a weapon, or if you go do something in this quote-unquote path that you are taking, you know, it's all strength weapons, according to you, which is false. It's not. You just probably haven't explored enough to find the dex weapons, or explored to find the other options, because there are plenty. Not to mention, you don't need to, like, pick up and use just whatever you find. You can find something that you actually like and then go from there.
The Inquisitor has sent us here to serve. Do your duty, and that will be enough.
Bandit's Knife is Dex, Ricard's Rapier is Dex, Tonto's Dex, Gargoyle's Tail Axe is Quality. It could be either Strength or Dex. To be honest, in Dark Souls 2 I play Quality because none of the Dex weapons are good and none of the Strength weapons are good, so I do both. Search for an Int Wisdom build. Quality build means you do strength and dex, or you mix two certain classes together that have a benefit of mutual assimilation, such as like magic and strength. A lot of people play strength and faith, I believe is what it is. Strength and faith has always been incredibly popular. Because you can add a magic of any type to your strength weapon, and then on top of the huge raw damage it does, you can also get bonus damage of inflicting elemental status to something, especially if it's weak to something like it. So like a humanoid will have like strength, faith. Dex Intelligence is kind of a popular one. I'm not a big fan of it. And the only time that I really did anything with a different insert here plus Dex was in Elden Ring. I did Dex and Arcane, because Arcane deliberately affects your bleed and how much you bleed and how fast you cause something to bleed. You say that classy, but at the same time, Pyro in general is just really bad. There's never been a game where I have ever met somebody playing Pyro and thought they were really good at the game. Or like, they had a lot of like success or chances of beating the game. Pyro always felt like it was supposed to complement, never be a focus. And what you kind of done is made it your focus. That's probably why you're under-leveled and not succeeding probably as much as you should. Because the real focus should be like your strength with your pyro, or your dex with your pyro. I mean, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can enjoy whatever you like. I'm just telling you from my perspective as a veteran Dark Souls player. Here are the things that I see. Here's what is done normally, And here's, like, where, not that you're falling through, but just, like, how the game doesn't accommodate to what you want from it. You know what I mean? And it's nothing, like, against you, again. It's just that the game doesn't explain that pyro is supposed to be, like, the rice to your chicken. It's not supposed to be the entire course. That's why, like, when I get my glove, I don't even bother, like, leveling it or anything like that. I just use it for power within. And I do that for, like, all Dark Souls 1 and 3, because they didn't put power within in Dark Souls 2, which I call shenanigans.
Losing a lot of blood.
Yeah, you really out here just like, bro. I eat so much rice. Just all the time. Actually, intelligence can and does focus very well as a main in Dark Souls 1. It's just a matter of spacing and casting. And you gotta know when to space, when to cast, when to play a certain way. That is different than in Dark Souls 2 and in 3. Because in 3, your spells can be a lot stronger, they can be a lot faster, and they can do a lot more than they can in Dark Souls 1. Because Dark Souls 1 is clunky as shit because it's old. And in Dark Souls 2, it's just not very fast because Dark Souls 2 is more of a tanky game. And magic doesn't focus well in a game full of tank. Dark Souls 2 is also probably one of the slowest of the Dark Souls games. It's very lumbersome. It's very slow-paced. It's very calculated and precision-based on how you approach stuff. So sometimes being hyper aggro is great, but other times you gotta take it slow. You gotta chip away at health.
Good work. The chronic runs away for you at the base of the Matrix fire.
Grandfather's blessings! Dare try to push me over the edge. I'm watching you. Let's be sure before we head out. Heard enough of the two.
He used to slow, yeah, because of Monster Hunter.
The Imperium split in two. The bad half and the even nastier half. The cicatrix maledictus was in it. They clear it up.
So long as it stays away from.
I've always been a glass cannon kind of person. I like high damage, high action, very fast. Sometimes when I need to play it slow, I can. But for the general
There'll be another way.
part, I enjoy just go fast, eat ass, die quick.
Combat is so uncomplicated. I actually find it soothing. It's easy enough to settle into a pattern, ain't it? The screams provide rhythm.
So many factories on Atoma. Can lose one, no?
It is imperative that Manufactorum HL1736 is retained. All other data is restricted.
So we're not so expendable as Rannik would have us believe? At least not today.
But yeah, I think, to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen anybody just be a straight pyromancer. There's some title update monsters you gotta fight. I'm just waiting for Wild Hunt. What version of Hogwarts Legacy did you take on Steam? I see available on the 10th, when I'm supposed to get on the 7th. I'm scared and mad seeing everybody on the PS5 playing it on YouTube. I got the version where on Steam I get it on the 7th, but obviously if that's not the case, then I'm gonna be upset as well, and I'm gonna, you know, go after it. But currently standing, just what are these fucking clowns doing? Jesus Christ. Is it already the 7th over where you live, Sam's? Did those people get, like, early access or something? Because if I can get it at midnight, you know, my ass is about to get on fucking Steam and get ready for it. Like, I'm about to be all over that shit. On Steam, you have it on the 7th at 7 p.m. midnight for PS5. Weird that they have it releasing at such an odd time. But I guess that might make sense. What time is it for you right now, Sam? For me, it's 6:26 p.m. So it's like what, almost 1 a.m. for you? Yeah, so it's almost 1 a.m. Okay. So, my thing for you might be that you have to wait for Steam to update at noon EST for you to get it on the 7th. Because that's when Steam would update for me that I can actually register it as a new day for the games to come out. So yeah, it said, for me it would say that, yeah, if you're 7 hours ahead of me then, or close to 7 hours ahead of me, you would have to, you'd have to wait that long, yeah. Because I also picked up the other one. I'm about to pull mine up, see what it says. Library, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm pretty sure I got the digital deluxe edition, so... Yeah, I should have it tomorrow at noon. Yeah, then you also have to wait on the download of the game. One of my friends has already had the game for like a whole weekend, so like since Friday. So he's already put in like 90 hours.
May I be of assistance?
Yeah, we can't preload, unfortunately. So, like, the day, like, when it releases and it's time for you, you gotta download it. And then, unfortunately, on top of that, you're gonna have to, like, proceed with doing stuff. Of, like, you know, everybody else is downloading it that pre-ordered it, and then they gotta wait on it and all that other stuff, you know. It is what it is. It's not fair. Well, I mean, welcome to being a game journalist. You're allowed to get shit early.
Status report. Catastrophic cooling system failure at Manufactorum HL1736. And the day was
If you want early access to games too, you could make a YouTube channel, get super big, and then kiss everybody's ass when you get early access to games, even if they suck ass.
Try not to disappoint.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a benefit to being a console player. The only time that you really get benefits for being a console player is that you could play it immediately the day of at midnight, because game consoles are constantly working 24/7. Where, you know, they only have to focus on certain games at certain times.
It's a carking warren, ain't it?
And for Steam, they gotta worry about, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of titles. So the only time that they can, you know, release stuff and give access is, you know, once a day when they decide that the reset is.
Beneficent Emperor, may this
For me, it's, you know, noon EST.
Anyone interested in a Tom tree?
The workers sleep here, while their masters drowse on feather beds. Despicable.
Yeah, if there's ever a game that you truly want, you should always get it for consoles, because it comes out, like, at midnight. That's the beauty of a console. The only problem is just, you know, consoles have limitations, and they're not that great when it comes to graphics. Can't mod on them. Can't do any fun stuff with it. So, like, you know, eventually, when the game slowly starts to wane off, you know, modders take over, they add more access, more features, more fun stuff that consoles can't get access to. So it could be more fun for you. Because, you know, eventually you'll be able to, you know, have sex with the prefect boys, or whatever you want to do in Hogwarts Legacy. What? I mean, you can if you mod it. What do you mean, no? Like, most of the prefects are boys.
Good for another bout?
Well, regardless, for Sans, he can have sex with the prefects if he wants later on, once, you know, mods are fully out, because he got it for PC, where, you know, unlucky for him right now, people on console over in France, because it's past midnight, they have access to the game already. Because it's the 7th. But, you know, for us, Steam updates every day at, you know, noon EST, so that's when we'll get access.
Stand ready! The beneficent Emperor is with us! Unprofessional bastard!
Oh yeah, Classy, by the way. I'm eventually picking up Wild Hearts. I don't know if you are, though. Because Kat said she would play with me, and, that was, like, the only reason that I wasn't going to get it, is I just wanted somebody to play with. Because playing Monster Hunter games by yourself are just, like, the opposite of fun. Okay, cool. Got netted through the wall. Love it.
Not yet done, Guardian!
Well done! Another dead trapper!
You don't think you can run it? Would you get it if you could run it? I could also sell you my 280 or 2080 Classy if you'd like a 2080. I don't know if it's an upgrade from what you got, but I could sell it to you real cheap because you're my friend.
To the coolant chamber!
Your CPU bottlenecked, not graphics? Okay. Have you looked into buying a, what I bought? I have a Z, 261i MSI. It was relatively cheap and it's really good. It was like maybe $169.
Sergeant! You need ammo? Reload your weapon, Psyker!
Oh, right, right.
The only way through!
Let us tend our wounds!
So much to do, so much to do. Set the data interrogators to get the process underway.
Ammo!
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Speaking of that, how's college going then? Because I know that you were going to be a music teacher. Are you still doing that college stuff or no? Can't remember. Oh, bet. Pog? 4 zealots?
We control the skies, but the Mobian 6 control the railroads. They can keep them. You are to redirect a train with a high-value sanctioned Redactus target to Chasm Terminus. When he arrives, you can give him a nice explosive hello from me.
This man using a last pistol. What the fuck?
We see you, soldiers! You do the God Emperor's work!
You're not here to linger.
Oh my god. This guy's got a revolver. Tilted.
Think those defenses are what's keeping the enemy back? Huh? No. It's the Valkyries that do that. Looking good from up here. You should have a relatively clear path to the marketplace and your exit point.
We march into the beneficent Emperor's sight! So perish all who choose fury over faith!
Looks like you'll have to make your way through the tunnel. Rather you than me.
I am judgment! Your end is nigh!
Bruh. God damn.
For the golden throne! Redemption! Play the ball!
When you gonna play your audition classes so I can hype you up? You can go to your audition like in the background and just just do massive cheers.
There is no forgiveness! What? A sniper! Place to tender, we gun trapper! Beauty! Take your corruption from this place, mutant! Oi!
Watch yourself coming out of the maintenance bay. You are bound to draw attention.
Ow, my ankles. We're banking on next year, Pog. Alright. I'm excited, can't wait.
You are sorry! The beneficent Emperor guards your
Would you look at that? The Razor's dead.
Hey, baby. When you get a chance, can you go get my cheese and, like, some Ritz crackers for me? Unless you want to do something else for dinner, I'm just gonna eat cheese and crackers. I mean, I'm not in any rush. It's just like, I would like to snack a little while I play. kind of cheese. I think it's called Boursin, or Boursin. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's just Boursin. It's very rich cheese. It's very creamy. It is kind of a white cheese, and it has garlic and scallions in it. The other one has like chives and something else in it. I have 2 different variants. It's very good cheese. Maybe. I actually do want to eventually start making my own like butters and other stuff for meats and whatnot when I start cooking them, and a few other things. But in particular, I haven't. Fancy it. No, please fuck off, Bulwark. I was just shooting you in the ass. I didn't ask for this. That man is a marathon sprint. Jesus. He's just been running through all the enemies. bro, Bob's already at the end. The fuck?
Anything else we can fix?
Take courage, pilgrims! It is time for righteous slaughter! Your corruption will not save you, mutant! I am your doom! Your rage is not enough!
God, that was bad. It was like a fucking Call of Duty zombie train I just ran into.
He provides the means of death unto his servants! No more, hound!
Got a sniper!
Reload your weapon, Templar!
Bring home this abomination! Stand fast, my kindred! God, Emperor's
A cool victory. Remember this one. Keep weapons.
Cover me! I am reloading!
God, disgusting. 13 minutes on a high intensity malice. Welcome to Zealots. Okay. Fuck it.
Excise Vault Spireside 13 has been misappropriated as a contagion silo. A sample is required. You are to obtain said sample. Vault access comes via a servitor colony. Interrogate it to retrieve the cipher ident you require. Utilize the pneumatic conveyor to deliver the samples to other operatives. Extraction is then authorized.
That atmospheric shield does not look healthy.
A bright day. The God Emperor lights our way.
We could all use a little brightness before this world falls into shadow.
It seems our aid is long overdue.
Acquire cipher ident from servitor colony. Proceed to vault and bypass security. Proceed at once.
Your firm hearts, pilgrims. The Emperor will grant us victory! Dead.
So I'm curious as to what this skip is that Phaedos wants to show. asshole pushed in.
Hiding or not, we will slay them! Heretic! Be judged!
Follow me!
Another ranger sent to hell!
I didn't know about that, Skip.
I am your doom!
Here they go!
Well, that's everybody going down. Oh my god. That Ogren getting freaky. Doing the twerk. Oh, I'm dead.
Worthy death, Guardian.
I'm liking.
Heretics cannot stand against our faith!
Hey! Please, can conquer what an army cannot! Another obstacle removed from our path by the God Emperor's grace. Healing as I required. Beauty!
So do we abhor the mutants.
Dare step where you should not. Let's use this! Receive the Emperor's mercy! How dealt! Hurling grenade! God Emperor, see me! I'm done!
Oh. I've also never seen some of these borders that are popping up. I'm really curious as to what the fuck they are. Ah, that's the experienced operative one. I saw one earlier that looked a little weird that I don't have. Oh, no, it was just this one. People are using some weird frames.
Excise Vault Spireside 13 has been misappropriated as a contagion silo. A sample is required. You are to obtain said sample. Vault access comes via a servitor colony. Interrogate it to retrieve the cipher ident you require. Utilize the pneumatic conveyor to deliver the samples to other operatives. Extraction is then authorized.
What would happen if that atmospheric shield were to fail?
A bright day. The God Emperor lights our way.
It won't last. Sooner or later, night comes and misery alongside.
It seems our aid is long overdue.
Acquire cipher ident from servitor colony. Proceed then to bypass security. Proceed bypass.
Show no weakness! Show no fear! Show no hesitation! Face judgment, Ranger!
What should I do for dinner? Figure something out, or I'm just gonna eat cheese and crackers for dinner. I don't know. What do you want to order? Plus, I'd rather not order if we're gonna go get something to eat. I'd rather we just go get it, or just like something
Get the shotgunner!
cheaper. Anything in particular you're feeling?
Another ranger sent to hell.
I'm gonna go down. One day they'll fix it so the nets don't go through everything, like enemies, the floor, everything else.
Let this grenade obliterate our foe. Why have you forsaken me? You seek a martyr's death, Pilgrim. This maze is as tangled as the human skin. It must not escape! Well done! Another dead traveler!
Hasty, kindred! I hunger to chastise!
Our path is dark and deep.
I missed and broke my ankles.
Feel the blessing! Believe! I am judgment!
Drop your face, kindred!
The Ranger is delivered to judgment!
Here, what? Did you figure out what we're doing for food?
No, I told you I was doing like...
What thing?
I was doing...
What game?
We stand together against the heretics!
Your holy zeal inspires me!
Just finished the first person.
once more into the fray, is it?
Sin did I commit to deserve such companions? Aid me! Up, Guardian! Heretics will my gratitude! The Emperor provides ammunition, my friend! I am called to judgment!
Holy fuck! I healed the full, now I'm back to half again. God damn.
Who amongst us is without sin? Speak of your failings, pilgrims, and ask his forgiveness. Be healed, brother. See how the Guardian delivers judgment. Righteous words, Guardian.
Bro, why me? What did I do?
Blessed ammo! Glorious!
Okay, so for options, we have Burger King, we have Taco Bell, we have...
I'm reloading.
Okay. No, Sonic is like the worst resistance. I didn't know you were kidding.
Nothing compared to mine, bomber.
Ew.
I bring redemption.
So what are the options again?
Provides the means of death.
I mean, I guess we could do Arby's. Arby's ain't too bad. But, like I said, we'll just go out and get it. Not go through Grubhub or anything. It'll be cheaper. They close soon? Fine.
I am your judgment. The beneficent
Okay.
Emperor requires your service, Guardian.
And I guess that's what we'll do. We'll go after this match, and then I'll just end stream early. Bubba, get off my chair.
For now, hyper identity retrieved.
Hmm?
Pay attention. Data
You don't go into Arby's?
continue. Defend.
No, it's a drive-through. Bubba, what do you want?
Concentration faltering.
Huh?
Connection lost.
What do you want, Bubba? What do you want? Where's your little furry button one? Buddy, what are you doing? Why are you playing with the paper?
Abandon me. Are you blind or foolish? Aid me.
Not responding. Manual override required.
to look over the menu to figure out what you want. You're just gonna get the sliders? Okay.
Your repeated failure is making me testy.
I think I'm a goner.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Most likely what it is they stopped taking Grubhub orders at some point, like how some places only take Grubhub orders after a certain amount of time. Because, like, it's Arby's. Like, chances are most people get what they want from Arby's, regret their life choice. Is it cheaper? I mean, if it's cheaper, like, if it's more than $1 per slider, then no. If it is, then fine.
You have somehow succeeded in resolving the issue. Parameters almost met. I blame you, Varus.
I see a top flamer! Burn in hell, top flamer! A moment! I'm reloading!
What's that? They're, yeah, no. Just go order it at the place. That is insane. Almost double the price just for ordering online. Silly.
Another race of dead! Rager lies there! Your death is not yet written. I shall smite you! Die, Rager! Striking armor achieves nothing! There is no forgiveness!
Do you need ammo, Guardian?
Behold, another slain Ranger! My thanks. This was once a living place. Now a mausoleum.
Probably but then again, common sense don't appear. Might only have been decades.
What are a few centuries in the God Emperor's immortal life?
Please stop shooting. Bless you, Bubba.
They try to hide. I am judgment. Perish, hound.
Hey, Bubba. You like your paper?
It's fading. So perish all who choose fury over faith. Bone erasure! My journey is close to its end. A sniper! A bulwark! Bulwark! A merciful death for this mutant!
Oh, fuck off, game.
Cast you to hell! There is no forgiveness!
Bro, this is such a shit show. This is so bad.
Your holy work is not yet done.
Unfortunate.
Forgive me. I have failed you.
Being dead.
Golden throne! There are heretics still to slay, God.
The faithful should stand together, I...
What you doing?
Excise mod Spire Side 13. Negligible.
Reloading!
Jesus fuck.
Excise vault.
Couldn't actually do anything. I got pinned by fucking 3 gunners. Got torn to shreds because no movement allowed.
Faster! Don't let it get close! Cleansed by holy fire!
Unlucky. Alright, well, that's going to wrap it up for today's stream. I'll be live tomorrow with Hogwarts Legacy. And so will Monsty. So, just keep an eye out for whoever's going up first. And then whoever wants to go up next will probably go up after. So you guys take care. You guys stay awesome. Bye, guys.